All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. This is Zogun, Zojudah, bringing you the Book of Obadiah today. So let's cut right into it. The visions of Obadiah. Thus saith Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Who's greatly despised today? It's not. We're despised because they despise us, because they're Edom. All right, let's move on. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee. Thou dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. Right there. Go check out Mount Petra, Petra. There will show on that website, or that those pictures will show you how the construction of Esau is. You look at Washington D.C., you look at Rome, you look at Esau, Edoms, and Mount Petra, which is Mount Seir. You will see their construction is the same, long, tall pillars. Okay, move on. So, whose habitation is high, and saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Verse 4, thou shalt exalt thyself as an eagle. What is the symbol of the American, on the American dollar? What was the first words Neil Armstrong said as he landed on the moon?
Engine arm off. 413 is in. We copy you down, Eagle. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
What does he say? The Eagle has landed. All right, let's move on. Okay, verse 4 again. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not have some grapes? Leave some grapes. Would they not have leave some grapes? So what Yahweh is saying right here about the Edomites is they take everything. They don't leave anything for anybody. Okay? They're very, very, very self-righteous and very greedy people. Okay? Verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden places sought up? So they got this big push where these super rich people are buying these underground bunkers and doomsday preppers and things of that nature. They knew it was going to happen. They knew we were going to wake up. It just was time. So whenever you see Edomites partying every end of the year, 2018 to 2019, 2017, whatever, only thing they're doing is calculating how much time they have been set free. That's why they have so many markers of since 1822 or since 19. You know what? All they're trying to see is how long they last. Because it seems like to us, the Lord let them reign for a few days, and that's it. All right, let's get back to the book. Okay. So we want to say on verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. And the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in him. Verse 8. Shall I not in the day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of Mount Esau? Verse 9. And thee, mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Okay? Don't get mad at me for reading that. That's the words of Yahweh. Okay? Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So let's look at modern times today, everybody. Who is doing the most crimes against us today? Esau, Edom. Why does it seem like they use their police force, which is their paid militia, to go out and destroy us? And for the brothers that are on the blue line or the blue force, there are some of you that are very, very, very confused right now. I was watching a video earlier where Willie D was showing how a coon police officer in Georgia, right after Rashard's death, the coon cop came up to the Edomite cop and asked if the Edomite cop was okay. And all he wanted to do was make sure the Edomite cop, who just murdered an Israelite brother, was okay. Disgusting, right? So, since the Esau is doing all this shame and covering, killing of us, they shall be covered with shame, and we will be cutting them off. And that's the words of Yahweh. So I want to move on to verse 11. And in that day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, us, Jacob, his foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou wast as one of them. So since the Edomites were with the invaders of Jerusalem in 750 AD, Esau was there to help. He was in love with this situation. He stood by it and he loved it. Okay? So now we want to move down to verse 12. But thou shouldest not have Verse 12. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. So in verse 12, it's basically saying how the Edomites, they laughed when we died. They partied when we died. And they spoke a whole bunch of blasphemy against us in the day of our distress. So for them to say they love us, their history shows that they've always hated us. So I want to drop down to 13. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest have not looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. So, Esau, you have buried yourself in a bunch of things that you will never correct yourself for. Since you spoke proudly so often and you think that you're right all the time, this is where the Lord is saying in this book that you need to be cut off because of the way of your spirit. So we're down at 14. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of his distress. So Esau Edom was doing a lot of capturing, chasing, and delivering the Israelites for captivity after they escaped. So we're down to 15. For the day of the Yahweh is near upon all heathen, and thou hast done, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. So let's repeat that one more time. So if we're saying justice in America is, I go kill you, but there's going to be nothing happening to me, but you're black and dead. Or we have a justice system with Yahweh that says, what you have done unto me, we must do unto you. Now today, most Edomites are going to, they're going to not agree with the Book of Obadiah, because it's basically saying what you have done to them, we're going to do to you. Now most people today, they just want peace. But like I said, their peace is they can go destroy us, but we can't do nothing to them. But the Lord has something in for you. Moving on. Let's repeat 15, just to drill that into your heads, people. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. So for the Edomites and all the nations, Moabites, Ammonites, for all those nations that put us into slavery, that was their reward, is to have us. But now that they took that reward, Edom, especially Edom, and pretty much tried to destroy everything about the Israelites, that's where this is going to return upon their own head. Okay? Contrary to popular belief, Christians believe that it's, I can kick you in your face, but you have to forgive me. But let you, a black Christian, do that to a white Christian and see how fast they take your black butt to jail. Okay? I'm just warning you. Okay? So I want to jump down to 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So let's read that one more time for clarity. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So what they're saying here is, since you put us into slavery and beat us, chained us, demasculated us, made us just this villain, that's what you're going to get, heathen, Edom. That's coming to you. Okay? Don't get mad at me. You get mad with Yahweh for writing this. Okay? So let's go to 17. But unto Mount Zion I shall be deliverance. And there shall be holiness, in the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. One more time. Okay? But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So everything that Edom has taken from us, it's going to be ours. It was already ours, but we're going to take it back. Okay? So let's jump down to 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, the house of Joseph shall be a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. Once again, people, don't get mad at me for reading this. Get mad at God for saying this, or for writing this. So we can look. Esau today is so mad because it says there will be nothing remaining of the house of Esau. So the war has been waged that Esau wants to destroy as many Israelites as he can. But you know what? Yahweh is in power. And he's going to let those who needs to go, go. So Esau knows where he's going to be, which is nothing. So Esau is trying to destroy as much of God's work or Yahweh's work as he can before he's taken out of seat. Okay? So now we're going to jump down to 19. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain of the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. Verse 20. And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath. And the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Shepherd, shall possess the cities of the south. And saviors shall come up to Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Okay, so if you have any questions on the book of Obadiah, send me some questions in the comments below or in the questions below. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. But until then, Lord willing, I can give you another reading. Yahweh Bahashem and Babal Babal. Bang.